Hey guys, what's up? Any one of you hear me? Um, I can't see any live chat box, so I'm not sure whether it's working or not. Like, can any one of you just comment on the live chat so that I can see? Uh, Hi, Bhumika. Right. So, right, I'll just wait for some time for other people to join in, and then we'll talk about organometallics. So just let's give everyone a couple of minutes so that everyone can join. A very good morning to all of you, right? And so just I'll just wait for a few more seconds. Um, hi Divyanshu, hi Anu, and very good morning Parvez. Hi everyone. Hi everyone. So just one more minute and let's start with the organometallics. I hope you are finished with the coordination, and so what we are going to do is first I'll tell you the where I'll be posting those questions. I have around you know uh, 20-50 questions I told you that I'll post on coordination that you need to solve. So I'll tell you where you need to post those, where you can see those questions, and how many marks do you, on an average, how many marks you should have to get a good score, right? So very good morning everyone. I'll take your questions later. I'll first start with yeah, I've seen there's no call letter for December. That's quite a surprise. It could be because of the court case that is going on. I don't know what is going on inside CSIR administration. But I think if the December exam would not have, like, if it was not to happen, they would have taken out a notification by now. Since they have not taken out a notification, it cannot be that the December exam is not happening. It will definitely happen. Now coming on to coordination, right? So enough people have joined and it's a couple of minutes now. So we'll talk about coordination. So coordination chemistry, 50 questions I promise. So today I'll be posting 20 questions before 5 o'clock in the evening on a Facebook group which is called Reagent Blues. So in case you have not followed that, you can go ahead and follow that. And this is the Reagent Blues group, REAGENT, Reagent Blues, right? Okay, it's coming as a mirror image. I thought it won't, right? And now it's fine, yeah. Reagent Blues. So I had had actually taken time and written down the mirror image of Reagent Blues. So this is the mirror image. It's actually not the correct orientation. It's the mirror image that I've drawn. So this actually is A and this is G, right? So rest all is visible. So Reagent Blues is the Facebook group. So you can go ahead and go to that group or the page. There, one is group and one is page. So I'll be posting the questions on the page, right? And if you can score around 14 questions, if you can get 14 questions right out of the 20 questions that I post today, I think it will be great for you, right? It will be like you would have, I think you would have understood the subject if you can get 20 questions also right. All right. Okay. So now coming on to organometallics. So I hope you're prepared for CSIR, sorry, for coordination chemistry. And for organometallics, I had said that you have time till 2nd of September. So I think many of you might have begun your organometallic studies. And in organometallics, what you need to do is, first of all, you have to start with reaction mechanism. So if you're preparing for gate and net, both their coordination reaction mechanism and organometallics reaction mechanism carry a lot of weightage. So give a lot of time to both reaction mechanisms, be it coordination like your inner sphere, outer sphere, we had discussed everything, and either dissociative, associative mechanism and everything, right? Similarly, give more time to these mechanisms. I'll name them out: oxidative addition, reductive elimination, transmetallation, okay, cyclometallation, sorry, and then we have your in cyclometallation you have to pay specific attention to what are agostic and anagostic interactions, okay? Like, please pay special attention to what are agostic and anagostic interactions, because questions on these topics have not been asked earlier as well. So just pay close attention to these topics. Then in reaction mechanism, you have to talk about migratory insertion and beta hydride elimination. So beta hydride elimination questions are favorite questions from GATE. So in the last 3 or 4 years, if you see the GATE examination, it's very predictable. There have been questions on thermal stability, which is actually associated with beta hydride elimination, right? So they give you 4 compounds and they tell you which one of these is the most unstable. So whichever will have the most number of beta hydrides, that will be the most thermally unstable. All right. Then please pay attention to Strock carbene and Fischer carbene, the reaction mechanism. So how do Fischer carbenes react? How do Strock carbenes react? I have a video on YouTube also on reaction mechanism of Fischer and Strock carbenes. So you can go ahead and watch that. That gives a detailed info about what are Fischer and Strock carbenes and how do they react. What is the difference in their reactivity, right? Then if you are preparing for gate, then you have to pay 100% full attention to catalysis. Okay, organometallic catalysis, where organometallic compounds are used, like your Fischer-Tropsch reaction, your Monsanto acetic acid process, your Cateva process, hydroformylation, and Ziegler-Natta catalysis, and hydrogenation of alkenes. These topics are very essential if you are preparing for gate. So I'll tell you one thing, gate exam is actually very predictable. Okay, the inorganic chemistry part is very predictable. From the last 5 or 6 papers, if you find out, there have been very specific questions. One question is definitely there from thermal stability. Like in the last 4 years, there have been 3 times there have been questions from thermal stability, which involves beta hydride elimination. Then in all the cases, in all the gate exam in the last 6 years, there has been a question from catalysis, organometallic catalysis. And if you have already prepared for organometallic catalysis, this is actually like a surprise test for you. So I would like you to comment down below. I'll give you a question. Like for example, in the Monsanto acetic acid process, what is the role of hydrogen iodide? What is the role of HI? So this question was asked in GATE 2014, right? What is the role of HI in Monsanto acetic acid process, right? So this is one question. Then the other question was that rhodium triphenyl phosphine chloride, this is the catalyst that is used in hydrogenation of alkenes, right? Rhodium triphenyl phosphine chloride. But why can't we use iridium triphenyl phosphine chloride? So these are the 2 questions that were asked in the latest GATE exam. One was in GATE 2016 and the other one was in GATE 2014. So if any one of you knows the answer, please comment in the chat box. And so these are the 2 most important topics from organometallics. Now I told you have to give 2 weeks to organometallics, right? So if you haven't still started your preparation for organometallics and you're still stuck on coordination, then you only have about 1 week or 10 days for preparation for organometallics. So I would say give around 6 days to reaction mechanism. Alright, yeah. So give about 6 days. If you only have a week, give about 6 to 7 days for preparation of your reaction mechanism, right? Basically your Fischer and Strock carbene, your oxidative reductive elimination, your no, bulky ligand is not the correct answer. Yeah, that is the Rahul gave the correct answer. Basically iridium triphenyl phosphine chloride is a very stable compound, so the triphenyl phosphine group will not leave for it to form an active catalyst, right? So that is the answer for that. And so the question is basically, so these are the way the questions will be asked. They will be very mechanism intensive. So don't just mug up the catalysis. You have to know the mechanism as well, because in GATE all the questions that have come from previous year examinations, they all have been based on the mechanism. So you should know the catalyst, you should know what is the reaction, what is the mechanism followed, what is the role of the reagents that we are using. Even if you are using a particular solvent, you should know the role of that solvent. We should know the role of the co-oxidant or the co-catalyst that we are adding. What is the co-catalyst doing, right? So so I think about 6 to 7 days for a reaction mechanism if you only have a week left. If you have about 10 days, then 6 days you have to give for reaction mechanism. And in case you had started preparation from, let's say, on 2nd of September, then you can give around 8 to 9 days to reaction mechanism, and you have to go very deep in reaction mechanism. For GATE examination, just a superficial knowledge will also do in reaction mechanism, because the questions are not that tough. But if you want to go deep into the mechanism, then you have to go through a lot of books for specifically for CSIR net, right? And Jyoti got the correct answer. It is used to convert methanol to methyl iodide. So this was the question that was asked, right? Okay, so yeah, iodoacetic acid is also the correct answer. Right, so anyway, where was I? Yeah, so 6 to 7 days for organometallics, and you have to go deep in the mechanism if your goal is CSIR net. And you can go through various books. One is Crabtree, which is like the Bible for organometallics. Like all the questions from CSIR net are asked from Claydon. Most of the questions from CSIR net organometallic part are asked from Crabtree and B.D. Gupta. So these are the 2 important books. Some people ask me about Ajay Kumar. So Ajay Kumar basically has information from these 2 books only. Like in that book you will find information from Crabtree taken and pasted, and information from B.D. Gupta taken and pasted. Okay, and so it's a combination of B.D. Gupta and Crabtree. That's what Ajay Kumar is. So I would recommend you to buy Crabtree or have a PDF of Crabtree and buy B.D. Gupta, right? So these are two very authentic books, and you'll find you'll have a good knowledge as well, right? Because they give many other good facts about organometallics. It's just not about CSIR net, right? So I don't recommend books which are very specific to CSIR net or some entrance exam, because they don't give you a wholesome knowledge. Okay, so catalysis, you have to give about 2 to 3 days. If you're preparing for gate, then you have to give even more days, because catalysis you have to be very thorough with, right, for gate examination. For net examination, again, you can give 1 or 2 days. You can just go through the basic mechanism and all. In fact, in CSIR net June 2018, if I'm not wrong, there was a question from catalysis only, and it was a very specific question. I think they had asked you the role of the co-oxidant. So yes, it's giving, catalysis is given a lot of weightage now in organometallics. And as you know, that gate is a very application based exam. So catalysis, that's why every year you'll see a question from catalysis. B.D. Gupta, B for ball, D for dog, B.D. Gupta, right? So that's a Crabtree is crab, C-R-A-B, crab, and tree, Crabtree, right? Okay, so next we come on to clusters. So in clusters, if there's a diversification between gate and net. There's a very small, you can say, change in the path that you have to take for gate and net, but there is a slight change. So if you're preparing for gate organometallics, you have to give more weightage to your Wade's rule, okay? Because there are questions on nido, arachnoboranes, and skeletal electron pairs. So these are the kind of questions you'll see in gate. You will not see very complex clusters being asked in gate examination. For CSIR net, on the other hand, you have to prepare both Wade's rule as well as your Mingo's rule, because there are more questions that have weightage for Mingo's rule. And then you have to do your 18 electron rule and how many metal bonds are there. These are very specific questions, okay? And okay, then metal carbonyls. Very simple. Metal carbon bond, how does it vary? Carbon oxygen bond, how does it vary with the oxidation state of the metal or with the ligand? And also you need to know that what are the like from which molecular orbital to which molecular orbital is the electron donation taking place. So if there is an electron exchange, from which orbital in the CO bond, which molecular orbital in the CO bond to which metal orbital, or from which metal orbital to which CO bond. So I have a dedicated video to metal carbonyls, 30-minute long video, which will cover everything related to metal carbonyls for CSIR net and gate examination. Alright. And the last topic that you need to cover is fluxional behavior in organometallic compounds, right? Basically your Berry pseudo rotation and everything. And specifically, again, in gate exam, it will be application based. So there won't be a question on Berry pseudo rotation, but there will be a question on the application, that is in NMR spectroscopy, right? So fluxional behavior at lower temperatures and higher temperatures, there will be a difference. At higher temperatures, you will see only 1 or 2 signal, let's say, and at lower temperature, the fluxional behavior will slow down and the NMR can detect multiple signals, right? So this is where the application of Berry pseudo rotation comes into the picture, right? So yeah, that's it. And okay, so yeah, these are the main topics that you need to do. And in reaction mechanism, like I was telling you, for metal carbonyls also there's a reaction mechanism, which is your Fischer and Schrock carbines. So Fischer and Schrock carbines as well, sorry, not Fischer and Schrock carbines, there's a topic called or there's a reagent called Coleman's reagent in metal carbonyls. So metal carbonyls reaction mechanism is also important, because your migratory insertion and your these reagents like Coleman reagent, it is a very important reagent, and I think there could be a question on gate. Now there's this one topic on which I have not seen questions for a very long time, and I'm expecting a question really soon, specifically in your CSIR net exam, and that topic is again from organometallics, metathesis. So I am I think there have been a few questions, but again I'm expecting a question from metathesis for sure in your December 2018 or your GATE 2019 exam. So be sure to do metathesis properly. I know many of you struggle with this topic, that's why you leave it out, but there will be a question from metathesis. Alright, so I'll try and make a video as well if possible, and And those of you who are joining me right now, I'll be posting the coordination questions, 20 questions from coordination chemistry, on my Facebook page called Reagent Blues. I think this is Reagent Blues, right? So this is the page Reagent Blues, and I'll be posting some questions on this, 20 questions. And if you get around 14 right, then you can think of, you can think about your preparation as it's going down the right road, right? Your preparation is going down the right road. Okay, so yeah, so that's about it from organometallics. And so we'll be left with a few more topics from inorganic, that like lanthanides and actinides specifically, which is important. And bio inorganic, I've told you, we'll be doing at last. So my idea is that we should finish our preparation by first of in the first week of October, so that we can give time to either organic chemistry or physical chemistry. Okay, so the GATE exam has a very predictable inorganic paper, and you can easily crack GATE. If you just want to qualify GATE, even you can easily qualify it, right? So don't worry, I'll help you out. GATE you can easily qualify. Getting a good rank and qualifications are two different things. I'm saying you can easily qualify GATE. For getting a good rank, you have to study very hard, but just to qualify the GATE exam, it's not very hard. Even if you study about 1 hour daily from now on also, you will be able to crack GATE. Okay, so GATE exam is not tough to qualify. It's tough to get a good rank, but it's not tough to qualify, right? Anyway, yeah, so I'm done with organometallics, and in case you have some questions, please feel free to comment and ask me, right? So I'm ready to take your questions. Any questions? Or okay, questions, any questions are there, or should I call off? No, it's not an account, it's a group. You have to search in a group, Reagent Blues group, or a page. What type of questions are meta thesis? Direct questions. It will be like what is the product? They'll give you two alkenes and they'll ask you what is the product. Okay, how to start this topic? You can go through BD Gupta, or if you have some notes, you can go through those notes. Yeah, who is also good for OMC, but it does not cover everything, right? BD Gupta is like a dedicated book to organometallics. A detailed video on migratory insertion, right? It's an easy topic, but if you want, I'll write it down, and I'll make a video on it. Migratory insertion. Okay. You are a MSc first sem student. Can I sit in GATE 2019? You can definitely sit, but your scorecard will not be valid. So even if you qualify, you'll have to give it again in the second sem. But I always encourage students to give GATE exam as much as possible, because you will have a good idea of what the GATE exam actually is, and you'll get a good good exposure to the ambience of the GATE examination. Meta thesis video. Alright, I'll do that definitely. Book for metal clusters. There's not a specific book. BD Gupta is good enough. You'll find a lot of questions from metal clusters in BD Gupta as well, right? So BD Gupta is like a dedicated video, or like a dedicated book, sorry, to organometallics itself. So you'll find a lot of questions. Most of the questions will be covered from BD Gupta and Crabtree. Okay, Shweta, I'm not sure which questions are coming. I'm just going by instinct, so I'm not sure which questions will come in GATE or CSIR net. But yeah, like I'll try, and whatever I can think about, I'll definitely tell you those questions, right? Name reactions from organic. Yeah, I'm definitely planning to make a name reaction course on Unacademy. So if you have not followed me on Unacademy, you can do that. I am making a course on Unacademy related to name reactions, specific for your GATE examination, right? Any suggestions for aptitude problems? Yeah, I'll make a dedicated video on this as well. Like, aptitude is important, because if let's say the GATE qualification marks last time was around last time was around 25, right? And 15 marks worth of general aptitude. So basically you should know only 10-12 marks of chemistry to just qualify that exam. So aptitude is very important for your GATE examination, and definitely I have a few tricks up my sleeve, and I'll definitely disclose them at the right moment. Not right now. You shouldn't think about general aptitude right now. In the last month before the exam, I'll tell you the important things. हाँ, जैम की वीडियो मैं डालने वाला हूँ अभी, विकास थोड़े टाइम में डालूंगा. मैं आज ट्राई करूँगा डालने की, वरना कल पक्का मैं एक जैम की वीडियो डाल दूँगा, ठीक है. See, Divya, I am not sure now what to do, because like I can't, be specific to one particular student. So like this is like I have been following a strategy, so I'll stick to that. In case you have not followed that strategy, then whatever strategy you have, you can follow that. Okay. गेट की प्रिपरेशन कैसे करें, अन अकेडमी पे मेरी बहुत सारी वीडियोस हैं गेट पे, जहाँ पे मैं स्ट्रैटेजी बताई है कैसे कैसे आपको प्रिपेयर करना है, तो आप वैसे प्रिपेयर कर सकते हैं. Statistical thermodynamics, for gate it's not that beneficial. For net I'll upload a video, right? So my schedule is also pretty much very busy, so I always want to make videos for you guys and help you out, but just that my schedule sometimes is not good enough to help you, right? So books for organic chemistry, I've been repeatedly saying Clayden and this what is the name of the other book, Oxford publication, Carothers, yeah, sorry. Clayden and Carothers, yeah, right. I told you, Roshni, I'll be posting it on my group, Facebook group, Reagent Blues. 20 questions I'll be posting today in the evening, before 5 o'clock. I'll be posting those 20 questions on the Facebook group. Okay. Okay. Again, for organometallics also, I'll give you questions after you have prepared the topic, and you can then test how, well you have prepared. Weightage of analytical chemistry, there is, but not much. Like in net examination, there is actually a lot of weightage to analytical chemistry, but gate, I think only a few questions, just one maybe, right? And okay. So if any questions related to this topic, or else I'll just close this particular live stream. You can start preparation and you can solve some coordination questions, right? And don't try and copy and do something like that. Just be true to yourself and post whatever number of questions you got right. Okay, the paper is going to be little difficult, not the paper, sorry, like the questions are going to be little above average questions, so don't be disheartened if you are not able to get all of them, right? Some of them are going to be very tough, so don't get disheartened. So these are very random questions, and I'll try and answer a few. I mean, it's not related to the topic. In case you had something related to the topic, I would be happy to help you. But when I'm doing a general live stream, I'll definitely help you out. But right now I'm doing a very specific organometallic live stream, so I would prefer questions from organometallics. I have not stopped making videos on spectroscopy. It's there on Unacademy, and I have been following a trend. I have done rotational, then I have done vibrational. So I am completing each and every topic which I am taking out, right? So I have been quite covering questions from spectroscopy, right? नेट में कोऑर्डिनेशन एंड ऑर्गेनोमेटालिक्स का बहुत ही ज़्यादा वेटेज होगा. यू डोंट हैव टू वरी अबाउट दैट. देयर विल लॉट ऑफ वेटेज टू ऑर्गेनोमेटालिक्स एंड कोऑर्डिनेशन. इनफैक्ट इन ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री ऑलमोस्ट 80% of inorganic chemistry is based on organometallics and coordination chemistry. I've already told you which topics to read from crept. Again, repeating it, I don't have the book right now, so I won't be able to help you out with that, but I have already told you which topics to prepare in my Unacademy videos, right? There's a course called Gate Strategy where I have told you which chapters to prepare from specific books. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll upload some videos on OMC on Unacademy as well. How to remember which complex will attain 18 electron rule or which not. You don't have to remember it. There's a specific way by which you can find it out. I have a video on YouTube. Just type 18 electron rule. I think the first or the second video you will find where I have discussed how to solve questions from 18 electrons. Okay. What is the difference between Suzuki reaction and Heck reaction? Okay. This is organic question, but like first of all, they are very different reactions. Suzuki reaction is like I'll not take this topic right now. I'll take it some other time. For retrosynthesis and protecting group. Okay, so there's this book by E.J. Corey, Retrosynthesis. That is a very good book, so you can go through that if you want. You don't have to learn character tables, but C2, C3, C2V, C2H, C3V, C3, yeah, the C2 and C3 character tables at least you have to go through. You should know what are the, okay. Mosba spectroscopy, I made a video already, and You can watch the video, Radhika, if you are new to the channel. I have made CSIR December 2018 strategy video, so you can go ahead and watch that, right? And like I have mentioned in detail what you need to do and what are the do's and don'ts. Okay, I'll try that 3D box. Next live stream topic, mostly it's going to be about lanthanides and actinides and a few other random topics from coordination chemistry, right? So not coordination, sorry, from inorganic chemistry. So one is going to be about lanthanides and actinides and then a few other things. Okay, so yeah, that's about it. Any more questions? If you have, I'll end this stream around 30 minutes. So why you stopped doing NMR spectroscopy? Oh, okay, I have not stopped it. I'm just not finding time. So like that's why on YouTube you'll see very random videos, whereas on Unacademy I've tried my best to take topics and complete them, right? On somehow it just doesn't work out with me. Like suddenly I realize there's some other important topics and I make a video on that. I'm not stopping on any topic. It's just that there's no consistency when it comes to the topics, that I understand. But I can't help it with my schedule. It becomes very very difficult, right? So I've not stopped it. I'll definitely be making more videos as well. I don't have notes on organometallics. Okay, I don't make notes actually. I'm very bad at notes. So like if you kind of see my notes, you will be like, where, what is this? Where to start? So I'm not a very good note maker, to say the least, and that's it. So otherwise, I would have loved to share my notes, right? Pericyclic, I go with Jagdamba. I like Jagdamba, so I generally study from Jagdamba, like whenever I have to do pericyclic. Uh, Magnetic properties of complex, Hui is good for that. You can go through Hui, right? And yeah, Hui is good. So yeah, I think your questions are about to be up. Yeah. So anyway, so I will end this live stream. Thank you so much, and stay tuned for the reagent blues video. Sorry, reagent. Like stay tuned for the questions on reagent blues, the Facebook group reagent blues, right? So I'll be posting the coordination questions, and after about a week, I'll be posting organometallic questions. So it was lovely interacting with all of you, and I'll see you in the next video or in the next live stream. Thank you so much.